Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to the Dexter Loves Annie podcast. That's for you, Carla. Last one. Welcome. This is my crafty knitting and designing podcast. My name is Kat, and I'm coming to you from England, Buckinghamshire, where it's lovely and scenic and rural and I was going to say British, but that's obvious because I'm in England. I don't know. It's pretty here is what I'm trying to say. I don't even know what episode this is. I never do know. I do know that this podcast has now been going for a couple of years, and we are up to 200 subscribers. Yay! Thank you for being here. We're a slow growing channel. I don't know what you have to do to make people come and watch you other than just keep going, and eventually your people will find you. I'm not doing this for the numbers. It would be useful to have a few more numbers so I can do certain things with the channel, because there's certain things that I can't unlock until I get the numbers up. But you don't care. You don't care. You just want to see the knitting, right? Okay, well, let's get into it. I don't have any finished objects. I'm just sitting there thinking. I got very excited because I did another chart on the Colourwork last night, but I didn't actually finish anything. But the sense of accomplishment is kind of there, you know. So let's go with that first. So this is your choose your own adventure jumper, sweater, depends what part of the world you're in, pullover, and we already did the trees, we already did the tent, we already did the campfire, we already did the motorhome, but we now have, and that's all squished up so you can't see it, we now have a caravan. Woohoo! Very happy with that. Looks cute. So see if I can get the whole lot in one go. Let's see if we get a thumbnail. I struggle with getting those done because it's always me doing this. So yeah, we're almost there. I think we're at 9.5 inches and I like a 13. So I have chosen a tree motif for the bottom. I think that's cool. It's making my little heart so happy to see that just knit up so fast. I think it's mainly because it's exciting. I'm averaging maybe 4 or 5 rounds a night, and each pattern is around 21 rows. So I'm doing each pattern sort of in 3 nights maybe, which is fine. For me, it's tricky. It's colourwork. When I do colourwork, I knit with both hands, so I do continental for the contrast and English for the main colour. Sometimes I switch them around if there's more of one colour than the other, so that I can do the catching thing. If you want to see how I do it, let me know. I'll do a little video. So the yarn that I'm using, no, I'm being so organised today. Stand by. It could all go wrong. I'm using Valley Yarns Huntingdon. It's a 4-ply superwash merino. She says, not being able to find it. There we go. 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So suitable for socks if you wanted. 4-ply. This colourway is called Arctic. And that colourway, even though the intention was that it was grey, it looks more navy really in this light, especially next to the green. The green sort of pulls more blue out of the grey, but this is it actually says grey on the label, but yeah, the sort of the turquoisey colour brings out brings out a bit more blue in the base colour, which I don't hate. I don't tend to go for blue, but I don't hate it. So the pattern is here. Choose your own adventure. And you basically choose whatever patterns you want to put on your jumper from an array of, well, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this one. The garden one, which I'm doing next, has a lot more, and I think I can understand why one of the ladies test knitters did a dress, because how do you possibly choose? So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to having this finished, ready to wear soon. Next, 2 pairs of socks in progress. Now this is my bedside knitting, so I do this to try and stop myself doom scrolling too much, because I do love TikTok. And I like Instagram. I prefer Instagram to Facebook. We should probably do all of the where to find me stuff, shouldn't I? I've probably put it up here by now, but Instagram, Ravelry, Folksy, and Etsy, all DexterlovesAnnie. Make it easy. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say. So this yarn, where's the label? Did I keep the label? I did. I've had this yarn a while. I bought it just before Christmas last year. Made myself a really cute pair of shorty socks, mainly because I wanted to wear them around Christmas time, because it was Christmas yarn. But it's by Bird Street Yarn, and it's Christmas at Barbie's, because the Barbie film came out last year and everyone was doing Barbie stuff. And this has sparkle in it, and I love it. So you have seen this yarn before. Isn't it beautiful? This is how much I have left of it. The cake's starting to sort of break down on me. I've done these toe up because I want to just keep knitting until I run out, basically. So what I've done, it's all gone a bit wonky donkey, is I cast on at the toe. This is an advent yarn that I got a few years back from the Yarn Whisperer. It's a lovely, lovely pink. It's much nicer pink than the pink that I used on the last sock, but there's the odd random splash of blue in it, and it's too random to be deliberate, so that was a bit disappointing. But it's not, I mean, the light thing, oh my god, words help me, the light is blowing the blue out a bit. It's very obvious to me, and yeah, bit of a shame. So yeah, it was just meant to be a plain pink. So I have done a shadow wrap heel, which is my new go-to heel on a toe up. It's not sitting well. I'm sitting here fighting with it. And then I'm just going to keep going. I think I've done about 10 rows, doing 2 at a time, obviously. Only problem with 2 at a time is I find let's not lose them off the needles. I have tension issues in the middle, and I always only do it on one sock. I don't know what it is. I know how to make it go away. I just keep doing it. I don't know what it is. My trick for that is when you come around and you would knit on those 2 stitches, knit the first 2 and then pull the pull tight, so you're not choking all 2 stitches. You're choking 3 less, if you see what I mean. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, do 2 stitches and then pull tight, or as tight as you feel like it needs to be. And I've done it on another pair of socks, I noticed. and I did 2 at a time. I don't do 2 at a time very often, but yeah, this is kind of the way to use up a ball of yarn. I don't want any left. I want it all in those socks. They're going to be nice long socks for the colder weather. So these live next to the bed. This is a mini project bag that I made myself. This is a little pin badge that my sister bought me, I think. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she got me into pin badges. It's all her fault. There's a pin badge on every single one of my project bags, and there's quite a few. Okay, so other socks. I haven't picked these up in a few days because I've been getting all excited with the Colourwork. I did one. Where are you? Did one again using up yarn from an advent. This was Yarn Whisperer as well. He called it Tannenbaum. I don't know if he's still making it, but give him a shout if you like it that much. This would be second pair of socks in this. I did my colour swatch for the Create Your Own Adventure jumper with it, and then yeah, I've got to no, I'm actually still decreasing on the gusset there. I can tell because I use a stitch marker to tell me whether I want to decrease or what I call a tidy up row. So most shaping in knitting, you do a row of all of the whizzy stuff, and then the next row, which is just a plain sorting everything out, I'll call it the tidy up row. I don't know why. I'm not very good at tidying up, so I don't know why I'm so obsessed with tidying up. But yeah, that's what I call it. So I put it down here on the cuff to say tidying up row. Sorry, I'll bash the mic. And then I'll put it up here on the corner of the heel for the decrease row. So just up, down, up, down. Seems like a faff, but it's much less of a faff than having to go back and frog because she cocked it up. Trust me. So that's just a vanilla sock. The black is just a solid that I had dyed by Under the Olive Tree. She does some lovely yarns. She's in Cambridgeshire. It's a 4-ply sock yarn. It's called Chora, and it is a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. The one from Yarn Whisperer, the green, is a BFL, I believe. It's been a while, and there's no label to it because all the yarn came with swing tags on and no bands. Oh yeah, I believe it was a BFL or a Corridor. No, it's a Corridor. There you go. How's that for memory? Yeah, so there's 2 pairs of socks on the go, and then my last is, where are you? It's really heavy. It's almost finished. Almost. So this was done in Aran yarn. It was done, it's a Tin Can Knits design called Basic Cardigan. I use their app to run the pattern so that I know where I'm at. I got to under the arms. I did the Colourwork first, and then after that I stopped the after I did okay did the Colourwork after I split for the sleeves, because I didn't want to have to faff around with the shaping in amongst all the sheep, and yeah, it was getting complicated. And I used this Colourwork design from a free scarf pattern that I found on the internet. It was going to be hearts, but then I saw the sheep. Somebody suggested that I give them little black feet. I think it was you, Ruth, wasn't it? So I might go back and just overstitch the last ones Very cute. So what's happened with this is I have done one button band. Now the Colourwork has made it a little bit tight across the boubage. Other than that, the rest of it fits fine. But I've done a slightly longer button band than I would have done normally. So that has then scuppered my plans for using the sheep motif buttons, because they're tiny and they'll be about that big, and I've got all of this button band to fill. Best laid plans, eh? So I'm yet to do this button band because I've been trying to decide on a button. Now I had a route through the 3 tins of buttons from Mum, and I chose, I think it was 3 different sets in the end. My favourite set, perfect size, perfect colour, but there's only 4. And because this needs blocking because it's still all squidgy, what I need to do is I need to either pin this down and measure it. In fact, what I might do is pin it down and steam it so that it relaxes, and then I'm going to see if I can get these buttons on. I'll put a picture up of the button choices, and you'll see what I mean. The second the second contender is it's a sort of a triangular blue one, but there's loads of them, and I kind of feel like it'd be nice to leave those for another project. I don't know. Anyway, the plan was to do it nice and long, and I'm hoping that this yarn will relax a bit and sort of pull down a bit once it's fully blocked. And it's already pilling. And then I'm going to put pockets on it, and I'm going to do pockets their way, which is to pick up stitches along the top of the rib, knit a flap, and then sew it down. In the last one that I did with pockets, I held some stitches, cast back on like you would a large buttonhole, and then sewed a pocket to sit on the inside. We'll see which is better, easier, gooder, funner. I'm in a weird mood. Yarn, Alaska from Drops, and the dye lot is, oh no, the colour is 45. I think it was light olive it was called. No way, that's a light olive, that's normal olive, that's olive. Colourwork was done in Drops something else. It has alpaca in it, so I mean, it's going to be warm, but then the boob area is going to be even warmer. Oh dear, it took quite a lot of yarn. I think the first order was for 8 balls, they're 50 grams, and then I think I ordered 10, and I've got 4 left, or 4.5 left. So I'm probably going to be left with maybe 3.5 balls, which is fine because I've got a hat that I want to make. That's it. That is it. All done. So I want to talk to you about something that came in the post a couple of days ago, and I bought this totally unrelated to anything to do with yarn. But oh my goodness, I'm just going to rattle for a second because I tidied up, and that's never a good idea when you actually need to get hold of anything, isn't it? I bought, and this is Temu, I bought this handbag because it's nice and wipe clean. I can put all the dog food in it when we're travelling, and it doesn't matter if it gets mangy because I can just hose it out. But look, there's holes. What a perfect project bag this would be. Just feed the yarn through the holes. I've got some gibbets on. If you don't know what gibbets are, they're little gems with popper backs that you push through the holes. So I've got a little sparkly bear there, and a heart, and then I've got a flower on that side. Now these bags, I think if you look for a rubber beach bag, you get them. They come with all kinds of accessories. They're incredible. So I have inside a little zip pocket, and that is attached to the inside. I have, that's not meant to be in there, cup holder attached to the inside, and then a couple of little carabiners. Hang your keys off, because your keys are getting lost in there, let's face it. But I was so impressed with that. They do come smaller. This was slightly larger than anticipated, not gonna lie. I thought it would be about, I don't know, 2/3 of the size of that. But I thought, what an awesome project bag that would be. Having little Notions pouch plugged in on the inside or the outside. Love it. So watch out for them. You can either buy the Crocs. I think they do a backpack now as well. Crocs do an official one. Or if you're on a budget like the rest of us, Temu, Amazon, they've all got them. We're just going to pause for some tea. There we go. I didn't want to torture you with dry mouth noises, because that's really yucky. Or slurping, for that matter. I have misophonia. I can't watch anybody that makes slurping noises on telly. If you eat and drink on your podcast and you don't cut it out, I'm cringing. So next week there is going to be a video coming out for the handmade metal hanger hack into a sock blocker. There we go. We're going to get through this. Send coffee. Going to get through this. So I recorded it for you yesterday. It's going to come up next week. Tell you why in a minute. Oh, if you make tool marks on the inside, if you squeeze it too hard with your pliers, you'll get little rough patches. So you probably have to take an emery board to that. I'm going to have to take an emery board to that. But yeah, basically, I brought out the video to show how to do these. Now, I haven't really refined that very well because I don't have the strength in my hand at the moment because of my current health situation, but that is how you do it. And that's coming out next week. I hope you enjoy it. Long awaited, much requested. I'll maybe post the link to the hangers now so you can get them in advance of next week's tutorial. And then you'll be all ready. Go me being efficient on your behalf. Oh dear. So that is the end of the knitting and craft bit. Thank you for being here. If you're off now, thank you. Have a good fortnight or week, or it might be longer than a fortnight, as I'm about to explain, because finally have my operation date through. Finally. So I thought I'd been put on the list last July because the surgeon told me he'd put me on the list last July. And then I had an appointment with him in November, during which I was still under the impression I was on the list. Let's just check that's still on. Yep. And I wasn't. He didn't do it. I don't know what happened. But from my doctor's notes, I wasn't put on it until January the 15th. So when I chased up my operation, because I am getting really uncomfortable now and many pains and stuff, I'm a great one for under exaggerating. Whatever the opposite of exaggeration is, that's me. And I want, everybody's waiting. I don't want to push my way to the front ahead of people that need it more, but I kind of need it now. So I chased it, and I was told, you've only been waiting a few weeks, get back in the line. And I said, no, I haven't. I've been waiting since July last year. and all of a sudden I'm on the urgent list, and true to their word, the date has come through and it is next Friday. So, major abdominal surgery. I don't know when I'm going to be actually like physically back recording podcasts. I don't know how long it is until I can pick up a knitting project again afterwards. I will probably be living in the bedroom for the first couple of weeks. This is a hysterectomy, and it is going to be a very long vertical incision. It's going to come up way past my belly button because these tumours are massive. So recovery is going to be slow, but it's going to be steady because I'm going to be a good girl. I bought myself a colouring book. I thought my like-minded friends might enjoy it. And it's got some very fun colouring pictures in there. I don't know how well you can see those. You might not enjoy that word, so I'm going to cover some of it. And there's many more of those sorts of pictures in there. Peace out, uterus. You were cramping my time. So just things to try and keep me calm, because I'm not good at sitting still for long. I have to be doing something, and that'll be disastrous for my recovery. So I was given 2 weeks notice. Essentially, I had last Thursday, which has given me enough time to get the house prepared. My bag's been packed since like last January, when I found lumps, January 2023, and they thought that it was cancer. So I packed a bag for hospital straight away, just in case. Been repacked a few times. One when I nearly got sent to A&E, but I refused to go because our A&E, I don't know if anybody else knows the situation in England with A&E departments, but you basically sitting in a corridor for hours on end. You don't even get a booth or a bed, and I wasn't going to go unless it was absolutely necessary, and I managed to dodge it, thank God. And then the bag has since been repacked a few times with basically bigger knickers and smaller nighties because I'm shrinking but they're growing. So yeah, we're there. Week tomorrow, Friday the 2nd of August. So you won't physically see me around much. I will post updates to Instagram if you're interested, and I'll be back recording as soon as I can face it. I don't think I'm going to be able to sit for long. First couple of weeks, certainly, I'm going to be living in the bedroom, so I haven't got to do stairs too much. Yeah, so that's my life situation. There is nothing else to tell really, other than I am cracking on with emptying out and selling my dad's properties. I'm physically doing far more than I should be, but these things have to be done, you know, don't they? I mean, what else can you do? It's got to be done. You're the one doing it. Sunday's going to be my last day for that, and then I'm done. It has sold subject to contract, so I'm going to go on Monday and sign the paperwork for the solicitor, and my sister's going to deal with the rest. I've done quite a lot. She's had holidays and stuff. I've done my fair share, so we're good, and hopefully by the end of the year everything will be sorted, and I can just draw a line under that and move on and grieve my dad, because I haven't had time yet. He would be so pleased that I finally get my operation. I had to play this down a lot for him. I couldn't really tell him how serious it could be. I haven't told him how much pain I'm in, or hadn't. And what I really wanted was to be able to tell him that I'm better and I'm good. So yeah, can't do that, can I? Never mind. Let's have some tea. Us Brits, tea makes everything better. Oh, the only other thing, I bought a new better fish. If you've been around a while, you remember the last one. It was kind of purpley. This one is blue with some mustard yellow in his fins. He's stunning. I waited a while to get a new one because Dad really loved the old one, Dragon, his name was. And it just felt a bit painful replacing him. I mean, I'm not as dappy about fish as I am about my dog, but you know, still. So he's in there. I haven't named him yet. I suggested my nephew named him, but Spider-Man Lego fish doesn't roll off the tongue very well. So for now, he's Spider-Man Lego fish, but I really prefer something better. I don't know. Bless him. Spider-Man Lego fish. Yeah, he's pretty. If I can get a decent photo of him, I'll put it up. But that's it for me. So I'm signing off for a while now, and keep up with me on Instagram if you want to. Otherwise, I'll be back. I'll be back when I'm back, and probably with quite a lot of knitting to show you because I don't do boredom. So you take care and love you all, and I will see you on the other side. Goodbye.